Hi, my name is Laffy, and I'm here to talk about anger and what anger is and how it affects not only your gameplay, but how it affects you in real life too. Let's talk about anger, what it is, and where it comes from. Well, anger comes from many things. It can come from jealousy, pet peeves, or simple frustration. Of course, these are not the only things that show anger, but let's try and keep it simple. Anger is an emotion that most of the time comes as a reaction and not as the element. Of course, some people have a shorter fuse than others, but not a lot of people are just always naturally angry. Except maybe the Punisher, cause he lost his family and they were brutally murdered. I don't know. Anyways, anger is also not necessarily a bad thing or a bad emotion. Like all things, it comes down to circumstance and perspective. You have to ask yourself why. Why am I angry? Why are they angry? Is it something you did or something that happened? For example, if you found out that your friend had cheated on a test that you worked hard to study for, and as a result, he had a higher grade than you, the natural emotion would probably be anger. You would get angry, maybe even a little bit upset. But why? Why do you feel these feelings? It gets you nowhere to feel that way, unless of course you use it to feel your revenge, like the Punisher did in the movie Punisher. But this was just an exam. He cheated and did better than you did. It doesn't really affect you. Really, it only just pokes at your emotions and how you feel. So why keep that emotion there? When you're playing League, anger is always with you, in the backseat, and sometimes when a Shaco comes and counter jungles you from 1 minute 45 to 20 minute surrender, you can get a little upset. It pisses you off and it inevitably tilts you. Things like this can cloud your mind and decrease your morale. And what's worse, anger never works alone, and if you let it out, then it can not only affect you, but your entire team. Saying things in the chat that you're going to go AFK or GG forfeit 20 doesn't really help you but further you and your team's frustrations. Anger also makes you a little bit more unstable, and the smallest things can set you off. For example, let's say if dives goes wrong. It could have been your fault, or it could have been the other person's fault. But in the reality, it was probably both your fault. However, instead of learning from that mistake, sometimes you decide to do what most angry League players do: blame and flame. Blaming other people in League is one of the most common things you can ever come across in lower and even higher elo. Of course, I'm just a silver scrub, so I wouldn't know too much about high elo, but I know a couple friends in Diamond and Plat who have chat bans for being excessively angry and toxic in their games. So what should you do? I mean, anger is natural, like we just talked about. So how can we stop it? Well, the first thing you can do is change how you see the thing that makes you angry. Change how you decide to react to it. If you're being counter jungled the whole game, maybe you can try playing a bit more safe and staying where it's warded. You lose a bit of XP and a little bit of gold, but it's better than dying over and over again to counter jungling Shaco, cause fuck Shacos, he's a piece of shit champion. Actually, fuck everyone who has a stealth. Fuck Evelyn, fuck Twitch, fuck everyone who has a stealth mechanic in their entire gameplay. Teamwork and communication is necessary, but the way you ask is important too. If you ask your mid laner to fucking help me, you fucking bronzy scrub, it becomes a lot less likely that the mid laner will come and help you. But if you say something like, hey, I'm getting counter jungle in my jungle a lot, can someone help me a little bit? Of course, some people on your team might be inherently toxic, not inherently angry by any means, and they decide not to help you, but there's really nothing you can do from that. There's no point in being angry, there's no point in flaming, because honestly, you'll just be feeding the fire to a never-ending flame. Of course, nothing will ever be exactly how you want it to be. You'll have good games and bad games, but life will probably be better if you decide to move on from being angry all the time, or angry at every little thing. Because unless you're the Punisher, being angry doesn't really actually solve much in this day and age. It really just better to be chill, actually. I know it's something I have to work on personally sometimes, and I know that most of the people who watch this video know that it's something they have to work on too. And that's my time, and I hope you enjoyed my video. Remember to like and subscribe, and have a great day.